Hello and welcome to this channel about cryptocurrency education. Today I'd like to talk about, is the interest in Cardano fading? I'd like to take a look at an article, but also have a look at the current latest price moves of Cardano. Yesterday I made a video where I said that I believe this 200-day moving average here will provide a support level, and we can see that it actually did. I said 112 would be a price where I certainly pay particular attention to, because 112, that's where the 200-day moving average is running across, and apparently Cardano or ADA sort of touched this yesterday. So we were down to nearly 112, but we actually saw another green candle then, so it sort of bounced off that. However, what I need to say, when it did it before, which was here on the 22nd of June, we saw some pretty big, well, comparatively to here, still quite low, but still comparatively where we are now, still quite some big moves in volumes, but we don't see that at the moment. That might indicate that this is not a sustainable bounce off the 200-day EMA. It might very well go a little bit up now, but if we don't see that volume coming back that we did before, we might actually see a further downtrend. And to be honest, when I make these videos and say I believe the price will go down in the short term, normally I get quite a bit of negative comments, and I don't understand why, because I don't know if these people don't listen to the videos till the end, because I'm extremely bullish on Cardano. It's just that, you know, you always have these short-term price moves where prices might even go down below $1 again. That's just reality. I said that there was this analyst who believed that ADA might go down to 50 cents again before it will go up. And that is certainly a possibility, unfortunately. But then again, you know, if it goes down to that price, it's a really good price to buy. That's how I see it. So I'm not at all worried about price reductions or the price going down. It's not a problem for me, because you know, you should always only invest the money that you can afford to lose anyway. And if you understand a project like Cardano, you will know that the price will go up in the future, especially now when the Alonso rollout will go further and progress and smart contracts will come out in September. I think we will see another great price increase later in the year. I think we haven't seen the second half of the bull market yet. I believe that the bull market will be over sort of December, January, well, December this year, January next year. That is only my personal prediction. Please don't take any of that as investment advice. But still, we can see that the price is getting close to the 200-day EMA. And the more often this is actually tested, the more likely it is that it will go through. I think we'll get, yeah, I mean, you can expect if it goes below that, that there might be a sort of more significant drop, maybe to the $1 mark, maybe even below that, just because we don't see that volume yet. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today. Is the interest fading in Cardano? Why don't we see that volume? Now, I don't really know why we don't see that volume, but the reality is that a lot of people are scared off because of all these bad news about Bitcoin and crypto, and this sort of concentrated and focused effort of the media and certain institutions against Binance. You know, there was still more negative news coming out about Binance, for example. So a lot of people are scared off. You know, for example, here in the UK, I think the FCA, the regulator body, they have issued a warning for younger people that they should not invest in crypto. And that's what we see across the board. And that's just because countries, governments, institutions don't want young people to take their financial, let's say, financial future in their own hands, unfortunately. They want to keep them working. I mean, you guys all know that. I believe that's why you are in crypto. But what they said about this article here, that was quite interesting. So Cardano, obviously, one thing they said in this article is that in the most recent price moves or drops, where Ethereum dropped by 15% in 1 week, Ethereum actually saw a sideways movement. It even jumped 5% after Grayscale added them to their portfolio. Now, I personally don't know if Grayscale actually purchased them already. No idea. because I couldn't find it on their asset list actually, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter. If they haven't bought it yet, they will very soon. But also talking about really the fact that many people are staking ADA, and because people are staking ADA, there isn't that massive selling pressure. So even people are not unstaking ADA and instead are just continuing to either hold it or add to their stake. So that is going to reduce sell pressure. And, you know, are people actually doing that? And we can see here very, very interestingly on this chart here, the active stake pools, it's still growing despite the price going down, despite the volume going down. And we can have a look here on these charts here. Yes, transactions are going down, and I believe that is just the reduction in volume that we can see across the crypto market. So people who are, and that's what happens when these prices go down, like the weak hands, they are always thrown out of the market, because these are people who just invest to make quick money. They might have purchased at the all-time high. And by the way, I didn't buy at the all-time high, but I have some ADA coins that I bought at like $2, and I'm still gonna hold them. I mean, my average price is far lower because I bought at lower prices as well. But the people are just, you know, weak hands are just thrown out. That's what they want. That's when they manipulate the prices down and come up with these news. Weak hands are leaving the market. But people who are actually interested in the project, they are going to stake. And we can see that is still the case. Active stake pools. I mean, this is from June 2020, where you can see it is really just from here from August 2020. It's more than doubled. I mean, in not even a year, it has more than doubled the number of stake pools. It's nearly tripled, actually. What we can also see is if we look at just staking, and it's a quite interesting development, that these stake addresses are continuing to go up. Whenever there is a price increase of the ADA price, you can also see the stake addresses go up. That's just like the interest going up and down. But still, it's not like it's going down to zero. Even though the prices are going down, more and more people are creating stake addresses and also delegating here. This is very, very interesting, I think. What you can see, however, is the total staked amount hasn't really gone up massively again, and it's actually dropped a little bit very recently. I don't think that's a really negative sign. Hopefully it will stay on that level, because it just means people are less inclined to sell. It's less of the selling pressure, but we can see that there is quite a lot of ADA currently staked, so quite a high volume, and we can see that's going sideways now. It's been going sideways since February this year. But still more and more stake addresses are delegated. So it is still going up. People are more interested in staking. Interest isn't really fading yet, I think. Not for long-term investors, not for long-term holders. I think people who are long-term holders of ADA coins who are interested in this project will not just sell their ADA coins just because there is a drop here, or just because the price might go below the 200-day moving average. I think these people believe in the project, they understand the project. And I encourage you, if you are not, if you don't understand the project well and you are invested, please make sure you watch channels like these and other channels as well, and educate yourself about Cardano. And potentially that will take some of your, pain away, or frustrations, or maybe you're even scared that the price might go down to zero, which I definitely believe will not happen. Cardano has a lot of interesting cooperations and partnerships with even governments, institutions, companies. So there is a lot to come this year, and I believe we haven't seen the all-time high this year yet. There will be another all-time high. That's only my point of view. Even though I think personally the prices will go down further. I mean, in one of the last videos I said the price will go down to 120 again, and I didn't even say I necessarily believe it happened. I only cited another article of an analyst who said that, and then I had some negative comments. It's just, it's just reality, guys. I'm not making these prices up. It's just what's happening. So either you accept it or you shouldn't be, in Cardano if you have these frustrations, because it's just normal. I mean, if you invested, you need to understand that prices can go down. They can go down to a dollar. They can go down to 50 cents. I mean, nobody knows what kind of news are coming out. Nobody knows in how far governments and media, mass media institutions are manipulating the news and manipulating everybody, really. So we can't really, it's not up to me to make the price up, right? So the more negative news are coming up, the more or the less potential new investors are interested in crypto. I mean, we can see that now. I think a lot of the volume that we saw here were just a lot of people just buying because the prices were going up, wanted to make some quick profits. And now I think people who are still invested are the people who have the diamond hands. And as you know, in crypto, people with diamond hands, they are always being rewarded very well. I think with Bitcoin, it was whenever you were holding Bitcoin for at least 4 years, doesn't matter when you bought it, even if you bought it at an all-time high, after 4 years, you were always in profit again. So it just shows that even if you buy at an all-time high, you can still be in profit, not necessarily this year, even though I believe we will surpass the current all-time high this year. But even if it doesn't happen, because nobody can predict it, right? Nobody knows. It's all probabilities. Nobody knows. So, but even then, in a few years' time, you should get that money back. And if you buy now again at lower prices, you get a lower average entry price, which increases the likelihood that you will be in profit sooner. So that's everything for today. I hope you liked the video, liked the update. If you did, then please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on my crypto journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.